sort of awareness of the body. It teaches you how to move your body. I'm switching overhand. Hello all, it's Canadian Thanksgiving today, and I'm in my backyard. Today, going to do, um, so I was gonna say it's a lower body workout, but it's not exactly true. Like, I want to do movements or flows where the legs are involved to a greater degree. So, for example, um, if I were to do a figure eight, so something like that. This is the flow. I could even go into a snatch maybe, but as you can see, there's no leg involved, in the sense I'm not getting into a lunge, I'm not getting into a squat or something like that. And so today I want to do movements that involves the legs as well. So if I was doing like a shoulder press, I would do it as a shoulder press, or like a thruster or a squat thruster where I'm like doing that, or a lunge thruster where I'm doing the lunge stance. And if I'm doing a steel mace swing, I catch it in a squat or something like that. So yeah, so I don't know how I'm going to title this video, but that's what's going to happen. So for the first set of movements, with two 35-pound kettlebells, I'm going to do a double kettlebell clean into a reverse lunge to lunge thruster, and repeat on opposite leg. Doing 4 on each side. Then with my 15-pound mace, doing a 360, just single-handed 360 into a squat. Doing 5 squats on each side. Oh, so yeah, that's what I'm starting off with. 4 to 5 sets of that. So yeah, it's going to be a lot of similar stuff with clubs, maces, kettlebells, etc. So yeah, on to the next thing. I don't know if this is a good angle to record this, but this is the only angle I have. So for the next set of movements, I'm going to use a step to do something, but it will all make sense in a moment. So using my 15-pound club, let me get this over here. So going to do a Clubbell figure 8 clean to squat, then clean and step at the same time. Leg elevated, switch hands and repeat. This act of synchronizing leg movements or just different movements together. So like it's like teaching yourself how to absorb impact. So as I throw the 15-pound and as I catch the 15-pound, I squat at the same time, absorbing the impact of the throw. And that sort of awareness of the body teaches you how to move your body. So while I like step and clean the club at the same time, it teaches you how to use momentum that you're building in one muscle group and also use it with another muscle group. Stuff like that. And I think that kind of stuff is handy to know as far as how to use your body that way. What I've noticed with the split squat is if in this position I kind of take the time to lower the club to the side of my body and also tuck my elbow in, it creates this sort of stretch in the upper chest that I like. And so as I do movements, I'm usually always paying close attention to how every muscle feels and like moving parts of my body in like slight ways and noticing how each slight movement affects the sensation of how the muscles are working. And I think that is a good practice to do. It makes you more in tune with the biomechanics of your body. And yeah, I think having that sort of awareness helps in more efficient movement. Then with the 25-pound kettlebell, pretty much doing the same thing I was doing with that, with the kettlebell variation of it. So going into a figure 8, squat, thruster, step snatch, just split squat, and repeat. So I believe I did 5 on each side with the kettlebell and 3 on each side with the club. But yeah, I'm doing this for 4 to 5 sets, and on to the next thing. Notice the audio kind of got messed up in the previous clip, but turns out my new microphone's receiver needs to be charged as well, and it wasn't charged. So I charged it as much as I could between like 5 sets, and hopefully it has enough battery to sustain the remainder of the video, which is not going to be too much longer. So, no, not this one. With my 45-pound club, going to do a Clubbell clean into a lunge. So, looks like this. I'm switching overhands as I clean, or I'm switching the overhand as I clean it. Then I'm gonna do a clean, or not a clean, I guess a swing into a shoulder rack squat. Doing 3 on each side. Then with my 25-pound kettlebell. So I'm gonna flip it. You can do this without flipping it. So it looks like this. So I'm doing a double mug flip into a clean lunge and repeat. Doing 3 each side of that. Doing the flip just to get like an explosive and flowy element to it. But yeah, going to do one more set of that for 4 sets, and then do some juggling to finish off. All right, so on to some kettlebell juggling. So there's this new move that I've kind of learned, and I want to try and land that within a larger sequence today. So let's see how that goes. Ah. Ah. Not bad. With that movement where I did a helicopter off my shoulder into the back is the new move. But in the beginning of that, I ended up doing a lot of like basic stuff, so a lot of like hand to hand, but I want to stitch together a lot of consequent, difficult moves, or at least what my body perceives to be difficult. Whew. That was cool. That was cool. That was difficult, but I got into kind of a good flow state and I was able to land the tricks. But now I want to stitch together some other stuff that I didn't do within the previous flow. So let's go for that. Ah. I'd say that was decent and a pretty good way to end things off. Yeah, that's all for today. See you all in the next one.